Right, a quick video on the bits and stuff I wear on the TET on my KTM 500. There's been a few requests and bits, but let's go through it quick. I run motocross boots, I run normal adventure trousers. These are like a desert rally scene. It's all vented front and back, so it keeps you cool. But what reason I don't wear, so I carry knee braces. I've got padding in the hips and the knees, and I've got pockets, so you can just put extra little bits and bobs you need for the course of the day, because motocross trousers, they're not overly comfy if you're in a saddle all day every day. So motocross boots, an adventure type lightweight trouser. I wear on the top half, I call it an adventure spec girdle, because it does fit tight. It's antibacteria, wicking. I'm not sponsored by anybody, but I quite rate this top. I've had it 5 days in Portugal in the heat. I've checked with the missus, I've picked her up now, and it still smells okay. So antibacterial works well. Over the top of that, I wear an adventure spec lightweight top. Now for these, I've used it in the UK, it has to be sunny, over 20 degrees, otherwise it is a bit fresh. It can get nippy, but over here, I say it's perfect in Portugal, or in Spain, anywhere, sort of you're going to be in mid-20s. And it's tough. I've got armour in the elbows, shoulders and back. I haven't got any, I'm not racing, so I'm taking it easy. I don't want to carry armour. But I've been through numerous brambles with this. Bushes, I've had a couple of big offs, say one last week, and there's not a mark on it. So, not blowing smoke up adventure specs bits. They're not cheap, but at this point in time, it's done its job. I quite rate it. So all in line, a breathable adventure spec, waterproof. I've raced in this. It's had a bit of a hard line, as you see. Again, all in one piece. Do carry it, and if you do get cold, you can just slip that over, and that keeps the wind out. Underneath all that, I do travel light, so cycling shorts, extra bit of padding over my sheepskin, as you saw earlier or the previous video. I normally carry 3 t-shirts, 3 pants, 2 pairs of socks, a wet pair and a dry pair. T-shirts I always carry antibacteria base layers, so they're nice and light, wash easy in the shower, dry quick, and it's much better than cotton. They dry, take up a fraction of the space. Again, it's all about weight. I'm not lugging loads of gear around. I've been there and done it, and it's not right. I normally carry a pair of shorts, trunks. So if you have a swim, you know, it's not a race. You see a nice lake, you can have a swim during the day. At night, you might get nippy. I carry a lightweight walking trouser. So if it's cold at night in your sleeping bag, you've got an extra layer. If it's hot, unzip the bottoms. Dead easy. So you've got another pair of shorts. So multi-use, that's what it's all about. That's all I take. Shorts, 1 pair of walking trousers. Waterproof leggings, don't generally need them out here. For cooking, I only carry a jet boil. That's it. I carry elastic bands so it all stays together. Obviously there's gas canister in there, jug, and all I do for my cooking is a cup of water. I carry wet food, I know it's a bit heavier, drop that in, heat that up, have that. You've got the water to make a cup of coffee afterwards. Dead easy. Wet food is heavy, but there's no washing up, you haven't got to worry about pans or anything. I say I do carry a couple of gas bottles, various little bits and bobs, a chamois walking towel, the KTM, my one particularly, well actually, and here I've got a spare lighter, it's instant coffee, and a sport. Obviously we're not in the middle of nowhere, so if you want a decent cup of coffee, go to a cafe. But if you're in the middle of nowhere, you want to, if you are in the middle of nowhere and you're having that swim, you want a cup of coffee, instant. I take mine black, so that's perfect. And I've got a sport there to eat my wet food with. That's dead easy. The KTM has got a little issue with starting sometimes. The battery is not good on it, and that's a 2023 model. I carry a little trickle charge, so if I'm on a campsite I don't want to start, this just gets me out of trouble, because you need a hill to bump them because they've got no kicker on them. So your gas bottle, another gas bottle, a little collapsible cup for my coffee, and that's my cooking. Wet food job done, that's in there. I carry one base layer fleecy. Again, if it gets cold, I'll put my waterproof on. Right, reference the bike, I carry a dust cover. It's not waterproof, it's a shower proof. But I leave all my luggage on and take out the dry bags if I'm in a hotel, even on the campsite. So this just covers up, out of sight, out of mind. So I do carry a little lock. This goes on the bike. No one sees it, no one wants to tamper with it because they don't know what's underneath it realistically, but it's probably one of the best security things you can do for your bike. In here, giant loop. I'm not sponsored by anybody. There's a good bit of luggage. It's done 3 trips with me now, wearing up well. And in here is all my camping gear. So if I'm in a hotel, this stays on the bike underneath the cover. I'm in Portugal. It's May, June, so it's warm. Super lightweight sleeping bag. Nothing safe for there for cold, so I put my trousers on. What else have we got on here? Oh, a spare pair of gloves. That's in there. What else? It's getting out, it's packed in there quite tight. Here's my tent. It's only a one-man tent, but in here, this is one of the cheapest tents I've ever bought. From Go Outdoors in the UK, this Phoenix 1V2 OEX. I've got to say, I've got my gear in it, I slept in it, I'm 6'4", did the job and had a couple of heavy storms. That's why I cut my ride down in the northern Portugal, northern Spain, because the weather was terrible. So I've headed south in the sunshine and picked the wife up early. But this little tent, I think it was like £45, next to nothing, absolutely bob on. There's stuff on YouTube about it. Again, I've got a little Van Gogh micro chair, it's got a back on it. I used to have a stool, but I'm getting on now, want a bit of comfort. This is just weigh a bit, but again, I think it was £27. You can get equivalent ones, they're £127. Can't see it's worth it. You're not backpacking, it's going on the bike, do it. And then I've got my little roll mat, and that is it. That's all my camping gear. So realistically, I travel light, I ride a light bike, let's keep it that way. And on the TET, some parts are challenging. Wherever you are, in the UK it can be muddy, slippery, Spain, rocky, big hill climbs. That's it. I hate to see all this gear, you don't use it. How many people go away and have too much gear, get home, so I've never used it. Been doing it for a lot of years now, travel light. Thanks for watching, hope it's been a help.